Okay, so I got two treats for you guys today. So the first thing is that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be switching out the tuner that I'm using currently with my 131 Stage 4 Screaming Eagle kit. It comes with the Screaming Eagle performance tuner or street tuner, I'm not sure what it's called. And I decided that I'm moving up to a Power Vision. Now, I found out something new about my bike that I had no idea. My bike has what's called RS, which is some new system from Harley. Basically makes it a pain in the ass for tuners to tune the bike properly. And so when I was riding the bike, I noticed that there were some flat areas as I'm doing pulls, and so that was concerning. Well, I looked at my dyno sheet and I actually found the issue in the pull, and you could see very clearly through the dyno sheet that there is some flat spots or some curves that shouldn't be there. So the bike doesn't pull as hard as it should, and it just doesn't feel clean. Now, I spoke to the guys at fuelmoto.com and they helped me out a lot. One of the guys specifically, Tony, is who I spoke to. Tony guided me in getting the right tuner, and I know Fuel Moto does a lot of custom tuning solutions. Unfortunately, they are very far from me, so I couldn't take my bike to them. But needless to say, Tony was able to help me and guide me through the entire process on what I should be getting, which tune I should be getting, which tuner I should be getting that works with the RS system on these new street glides. In the process, he was asking me about my exhaust system because I told him, he asked me what was on the bike, and I told him what was on the bike. And one of the things I mentioned was the exhaust system, and I mentioned how I was going to be changing it to a D&D exhaust, and he told me that I should check out one of their exhausts that they have, that they're newly launching. And in the process of him telling me to look up the exhaust on fuelmoto.com, I saw that Fuel Moto actually makes a handmade, like hand TIG welded, I guess it is, or welded exhaust pipe that is a Shorty exhaust. So I decided to just make the purchase and get the new exhaust that I wanted. So I've been wanting a Shorty exhaust. I was gonna end up going with the Two Brothers Racing exhaust, their Shorty exhaust, their side exit exhaust. But I decided that I didn't want to go with that one, and I wanted to go with the D&D because my bike is a performance build, and so I didn't want to lose the horsepower or that extra drivability that I was going to be losing by going to the Two Brothers Racing side exhaust. So what I ended up getting was the Jackpot RTX Riot 2-in-1 Shorty exhaust in raw stainless steel, and that is it right over there. So the one thing that I am going to do for you guys, because I want you guys to hear what my current pipes sound like, is I'm going to run the bike with the current pipes on it. I have the Rinehart system. That's what I got with the 131 kit. And so I'm going to run the bike so you guys can hear what the bike actually sounds like, and let you guys hear some revs, let you hear it at idle. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the build. So let me know what you guys thought of that exhaust clip in the comment section down below. Let me know if you think that I should have kept the exhaust that I currently have on it now, or the new one that I'm planning on putting onto it. But obviously I'm gonna let you guys hear what that exhaust sounds like as well, so stay tuned in. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna have to do is remove the bags from the bike so that we can get to the brackets which hold on the exhaust.
I feel you and you feel me.
All right, so I got the exhaust off. Actually, a friend of mine came over to help me. I highly recommend you get somebody to help you drop the exhaust, because if not, I don't know how you do it solo without banging up your exhaust. Now I'm gonna put it on the scale. I'm gonna weigh each of the pieces because I wanna know how much weight I'm saving going from this current exhaust to the new exhaust that I got from Fuel Moto, so stay tuned. Okay, so the first portion of the pipe is 19.6 pounds. I know it might be hard to see there in the lighting, but it's 19.6 pounds on the first pipe. Okay, and then on the next portion of the pipe is 14.8 pounds. So that is this portion, including the lower portion of the header. So this is what sits on the left side of the bike. Okay, so all we have left now is the heat shields. I'm gonna try to get this on there as best as possible and see what it equals out to. Okay, so we look to be at 3.4 pounds in the heat shields. Now we're gonna weigh the one from Fuel Moto, which I believe is called the Jackpot, the RTX Jackpot 2-in-1 Shorty Exhaust. So we're gonna go ahead and weigh that one in now. Now, before I go ahead and throw this onto the scale to see how much everything weighs, I just wanted to show you guys the system and the craftsmanship on this thing. So right here, it looks like to be laser etched Jackpot. It looks really nice. All the welds are just beautiful looking. I mean, the craftsmanship on this thing is like top notch, top quality, all the way around, all the pieces. I mean, just everything about it, all the welds, the seams, the color, it looks sick. I'm excited to get this thing on the bike, but before we do that, let's go ahead and get this thing onto the scale to see the weight difference in it. So the first thing we'll go ahead and measure is the can itself. Let's see if we can get this to balance here correctly. Maybe like that. Okay, so we have 7 pounds. Roughly 7 pounds and 3/4 on the can. Okay, so on this piece we have 1 pound 12 ounces, but then we have 2 pounds 9 ounces, 12 pounds plus these brackets and all this hardware here. That's 2 pounds 15 ounces. So let's just say with everything, it's probably like a 16-pound setup. I could be off, give or take a few. My math comprehension is not doing great right now. But as you can see, we're still saving roughly 20 pounds on switching the exhaust system. So let's go ahead and get this thing on there. I'm excited to see what it looks like and what it sounds like as well. I feel you and you feel me. The exhaust is installed and it looks beautiful. Also, there are 2 floorboard spacers that come with the kit, I should say, that you need to install that go right down there, and that basically gives you the clearance that you need for the exhaust. Now, one thing I am going to do, and it recommends doing, is degreasing it, making sure there's no oils on the exhaust before running it through its heat cycles. Now, keep in mind, you are going to have to do the heat cycles several times. You just want to let the bike idle, basically, and that helps with, I guess, removing the coating off the thing, so letting it cool down. idle, I'm gonna use this fan to help cool it a little bit faster. The one thing I am gonna do though, and I need to install, is the new Power Vision on the bike, because obviously a new pair of pipes, and really the whole reason for doing this upgrade in the first place is to get that Power Vision installed and get the tuning right on this bike. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this cover so we can install this new Dynojet Power Vision. As you can see here, it has a tune on it mapped to your specs by JL at Fuel Moto. This is their number, by the way, in case you guys are wondering who I got this through. And then Fuel Moto USA.com. And I mean, the process was super simple. Their customer service is kick ass. I mean, it was just so smooth. Like I said, I actually spoke to a guy by the name of Tony. He walked me through everything. In fact, I wouldn't be getting this right now or the exhaust if it wasn't for Tony basically talking through it with me and, you know, spending the time to educate me on the different things that I needed to know. So let's go ahead and get this open right now, get that cover off, and get the process going so we could get the bike started and the new map on the bike. And for those of you guys are wondering, this is actually what is currently on the bike. And what I have, it's the Screamin' Eagle Pro Street tuner. So this will be coming off of the bike, and the new Power Vision will be going on the bike. Now I'm going to give you guys a quick clip of what this beast sounds like. It is mean. I've already broken it in. I've done the heat cycles. I've let it heat up for 5 minutes and then cool down completely. And so it should be fully broken in properly now. Everything has been tightened down. So now I'm just going to get it started and let you guys hear what it sounds like. So I just got back from riding the bike. It pulls like a beast. I mean, it is a completely different bike. So the team at Fuel Moto did such a great job with coming up with such a great off-the-shelf tune. I can't imagine if I was up there for those guys to help me tune the bike. Maybe someday I'll take the drive and I'll get them to tune it in person for me, and I'll be able to meet Tony, the guy who was so kind and so gracious, taking the time out to educate me on the different things in terms of tuning these bikes, as well as hooking me up with that dope exhaust system. I'd highly recommend picking one of them up. The Jackpot Riot 2-in-1 Shorty. If you're in a Shorty Exhaust, it is super clean, and obviously you save a ton of weight off the bike. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of my build series. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. This way you're notified every single time I put out another video. And when you subscribe to my channel, that puts you in for an opportunity to win one of my cash giveaways. I do them weekly. So you gotta make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Also, make sure you are liking and commenting down below. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll check you guys out later. Bye now.